So Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is my hobby. I've been a martial arts hobbyist for about 26 years now. And back in 1999, I didn't have the language to say that. But what do you call someone who picked it up while working in a restaurant kitchen, then a few years in pest control, then a few years as a teacher, then back to pest control, all the while working on various like little side hustles. Jiu-jitsu fits into my life like watching pro wrestling, Formula One, MotoGP, listening to music, and reading. They're all hobbies. Here's what happens when you approach jiu-jitsu as a hobby instead of a calling. First, your friends get on board. There's no, oh, you should come train with me, but you just tell them, come try out this class with me. It's way less intimidating. Number two, you build sustainable consistency into your life. There's no, I need to train 6 days a week to get good, but instead you're just telling yourself 3 days a week is enough, maybe four. You know what? Even once a week works. Spreading 4 sessions out across a month beats cramming them into 4 days in a row. Three, you don't burn out because you're not trying to be a champion. You're just trying to keep showing up. This isn't a profession. You're not getting paid to sacrifice your body. And it's not a vocation. It's just a sport, not a calling. It's a hobby, which means it gets to stay fun. Some people that disappear, they might not be bad fits. They just didn't have permission to be hobbyists. A lot of them think they just need to be like all in or nothing, and they pick nothing. The problem. It's the algorithm's fault. It's nothing but like experts explaining complicated situations over and over again, techniques, training routines, championship, competition prep. It's all about what happens on the mats. But here's what I've never found consistent content about what happens off the mats. Because unlike guitar or cooking or reading a book, we can't just watch something on our phones while on the sofa at night in our pajamas and then go do it. Uh, Jiu-jitsu doesn't work like that. And the people with mats, like at home and somebody to practice on in the middle of the night, they're the minority outliers. It's a little weird. Anyways, so how do you manage your life outside the gym so that you can actually show up consistently? We have to hollow out time in our schedule, like week after week. That's what matters most. And like, it's one thing to add a few morning classes to your schedule. You just get up early, but that means going to bed earlier, which upsets your evening routine. So like what are we sacrificing? What's the one or two things we need to get right to make that happen over and over again? When will we eat? When do we do the laundry? And like what about travel time? Do we leave class in the middle of rush hour? Um, these are like some of the real constraints. The hobby has to fit around them, not the other way around. And the ingenuity that it takes, nobody shares it. Now, I've watched this pattern since 1999, and I've lived it multiple times. People show up once or twice, then wash out. A few streak for months, then disappear. Like we show up at class expecting to see that friend from last time whose name we can't remember, and they're just gone. People wash out. Some are bad fits, but a lot of them just didn't have permission to be hobbyists. Now, I can't give back with technique videos. I'm a hobbyist purple belt, not an instructor. A few years ago, I did start making playlists for class, link below. Here's the thing about the past 26 years. A lot of it was spent goofing around, not being a diligent student. Like making every mistake that makes people quit, plus injuries, and then just, again, laziness, the shiny new thing, just life. Like there's just 90-day streaks followed by 60-day gaps because of burnout and illness. Waking up to find all of my motivation is gone and it didn't leave notes. Getting swamped with work and overwhelmed by responsibility and just parking jujitsu over here while I put out the fires over here. Realizing it's been a month since I've been to class and the routine, my habit that makes everything automatic is just completely seized up, and I'm gonna have to rebuild that inertia from scratch. I've done all of that, I've lived it over and over again. The difference between me and a lot of other people is I kept coming back. If I have any actual expertise, it's making that 6:30 a.m. class 3 days a week with a full-time pest control job with a lot of overtime. And since the summer, gym ownership. 23 years with my wife, Jessica. And you know what? When Jessica and I travel, we like big cities, so like Seoul, Tokyo, Los Angeles, Mexico City. I become a photographer again. When we're back, I'm on the mats. I'm consistent with jujitsu because it fits into my life, not because my life fits around it. It will always have us back. So, what this newsletter is, things no one else talks about, the off the mat stuff that actually matters and keeps us showing up to class. I'm a jiu-jitsu hobbyist. Maybe you are too. This is for us. Next week, let's play jiu-jitsu. Do me a favor, hit the bell to subscribe, like this video if it was helpful, or leave a comment. The sign up for the newsletter is down below there. And hey, listen, if you are in Victoria, British Columbia, and you want to stop by and play some jiu-jitsu, Lolakana Martial Arts has 20 plus classes a week for kids and adults in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, no-gi Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing. We are Indigenous-owned. Come check us out.